Do you guys want to see a revolutionary card control that you can learn right now? Check it out. All right, boom. You know, I haven't done a card control video in literally ages on this channel, so it feels good. Feels good to be here. Before we get started, I want to give you a little bit of background on this revolutionary card control. The original idea came from Ed Marlowe, and then it was modified by Harry Lorraine into this card control that literally anyone can pick up within minutes. So now that you know all that, let's go ahead and break it down. This whole card control really happens when the spectator is selecting a card. So let's say we have a card selected and it is the 6 of clubs. Now when we're taking this card back, what it should look like to the spectator, that we're taking the 6 of clubs, leaving it on top of the deck. And then of course, that should be the 6 of clubs. Now doing this up to speed, right, we're here, there you go, there's a selected card, and there we go, we left it right here. It doesn't really seem like, you know, there's much happening. It's just a card is selected, viewed, and then we put it on top of the bottom half. So this is what you're really taking advantage of in this card control. So when you're starting through like this, if the spectator calls out stop, you kind of want to have a structure like this. 2 cards close to each other on the bottom here, and then a chunk of cards right here, okay? And the reason you're doing this is because now when you show it to the spectator, right, when you show it to a spectator like this, their attention of course is going to come on the selected card that they said stop on, which is the 10 of clubs. So as you're showing them the card like this, facing towards the spectator, you come down here, you're gonna grab both of these cards, okay? So that's why the reason we have this structure is when we're coming like this, if we had 3 cards here, you may grab 3 cards by accident. So that's why you wanna keep these 2 cards fairly close to each other, not a huge separation like this, but you wanna keep these close to each other and the rest of the deck like this. So you show off like here. And as you're coming back now, and when you're in this position, that's when you grab, okay? Because if you grab when you're already down, people can see you have these 2 cards, and if you grab here, people, it looks weird. First of all, it looks weird, and it may seem like if someone paid attention here, it could seem like you grabbed 2 cards because now there's a card missing, right? So what you're doing, you're showing off like this, coming back, grabbing with your thumb, and coming like this. So now the spectator selected card is second from the top. And at this point, you can literally do whatever you want. You can put this card right in here. You can close that in like this, put the rest of the deck in here, snap, whatever you want to do. And the card is controlled right to the top of the deck. But of course, this is not the main intention and purpose of card controls. You want to use this and incorporate it in a trick and not just use it by itself. Although it could be nice to use for something like an ambitious card routine. Now that I gave you the quick rundown, I want to go just a little bit more in detail. So as you spread through the deck, the spectator is going to call stop at one point, right? So when the spectator calls out stop, I pause here for a second and I kind of ensure the spectator like, okay, this is where you want to stop. And while I'm asking that to the spectator, the cards of course aren't naturally going to be something like this where you can pull up here. The cards are going to be more natural and more, I guess, evenly spread out. So as I ask the spectator, are you sure this is where you want to stop? I kind of ensure that I get my cards into the proper position. So when I lift, I'm already set up and I'm ready to grab when I come back down. Right, so that's definitely one helpful tip that hopefully helps. And of course, lastly, I already talked about when to do the grabbing, but in terms of how you're doing the grabbing, you're coming over with your thumb like this. And I don't grab with my thumb here. I grab with the base of my thumb right here. So as you're coming down, I grab with the base of my thumb and I take this hand away, keeping this hand here. All right, so up to speed, it looks like this, boom, boom. I hope you guys got something out of this video and hopefully learned a new card control. Do let me know your thoughts on it down in the comments below, and then hit the like button because, you know, just like things in life. It's good.